cheto-darpana-marjanam, bhava-maha-davagni-nirvapanam, श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधु जीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नाम्नामकारे बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमितः स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवं मीदृशं यः जानीनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनया सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनि ईश्वरी भवताद् भक्तिरहितुकी त्वयि हे नंद तनुज किंकरम पतितं माम विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पाद पंकज सित धूलि सदृशं विचिन्तये नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्द विरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां विनष्टु मामदर्शनान् मर्मतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः. Today we are on chapter 11, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-lila, volume 2, chapter 11, expansions of Lord Nityānanda. Yesterday we heard the expansions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the names of the devotees. This chapter is also similar. There are only names of the devotees whom we are going to hear and just pay our obeisances. So, expansions of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Padambhoja, Bringan Prema Madhun Madan, Natva Khilanteshu Mukhya, Likhyante Katichinmaya. After offering my obeisances unto all the devotees of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who are like bumblebees, collecting honey from his lotus feet, I shall try to describe those who are the most prominent one. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Tanara Charana Shritaye, Sei Dhanya. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone who has taken shelter at his lotus feet is glorious. Jaya Jaya Shri Advaita, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu, Sarva Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tasya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shatpremamara Sakhina Urdhvaskandhava Dhutendoho Sakharupan Ganan Namaha. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is the topmost branch of the indestructible tree of eternal love of Godhead. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances to all the sub-branches of that topmost branch. Sri Nityananda, Vrikshera Skanda Guruttara, Tahate Janmila Sakha Prashakha Vistara. Sri Nityananda is the extremely heavy branch. So we discussed, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the main trunk and there are two main branches, Nityananda Prabhu and Advait. So they are also having their own followers. So this chapter and the next chapter is the description of all of their followers. So Nityananda Prabhu is extremely heavy branch of the Sri Chaitanya tree, and from that branches also grow many branches and sub-branches. Watered by the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, these branches and sub-branches have grown unlimitedly and covered the entire world with fruits and flowers. These branches and sub-branches of devotees are innumerable and unlimited. Who could count them? For my personal purification, I shall try to enumerate only the most prominent amongst them. Shri Veerabhadra Gosai, Skanda Mahashakha, Tandra Upasaka Yata Asankhya Tara Lekha. After Nityananda, the greatest branch is Veerabhadra Gosai, who himself has many branches and sub-branches. Veerabhadra Gosai is also an expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a Maha-Bhagavat. Ishvara Hayya Kahaya Maha-Bhagavat Veda Dharmatita Haya Veda Dharmarata. Who is a Maha-Bhagavat? A Maha-Bhagavat is a person who is living as per the principles of Dharma, as per the principles of Veda. So, Veerabhadra Gosai is himself very dedicated and he lives as per the instructions of the Vedas, and he is a Mahabhagavat. Antare Ishvara Cheshta Bahire Nirdambha Chaitanya Bhakti Mandape Teno Mulastambha. He is the main pillar in the hall of devotional service erected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew within himself that he acted as the Supreme Lord Vishnu, but externally he was prideless. It is by the glorious mercy of Sri Veerabhadra Gosai that people all over the world have now gotten the chance to chant the names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I therefore take shelter of Veerabhadra Gosai so that by his mercy, my great desire to write Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita will be properly guided. Shri Ramadasa Ara Gadadhara Dasa Chaitanya Gosaira Bhakta Rahe Tarapasa. The devotees of Lord Chaitanya named Shri Ramdas and Gadadhar Das always lived with Veerabhadra Gosai. Nityānanda Adi-lila Yabe Gaudiya Yaite Mahaprabhu ei dui dila tanre sathe ataiva dui gane dunhara ganana Madhava Vasudeva Ghosero ei vivarana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave the orders to Nityananda Prabhu to go to Bengal and preach this cult of bhakti. So at that time, these two devotees, Ramadas and Gadadhar Das, they were also ordered to go along with Nityananda Prabhu. Thus, they are sometimes counted among the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, and sometimes they are counted among the devotees of Lord Nityananda. Similarly, there is Madhav Ghosh, Vasudev Ghosh, who belong to both the group of devotees simultaneously. Ramdas, one of the chief branches, was full of fraternal love of Godhead. He made a flute from a stick with 16 knots. Srila Gadadhar Das was always absorbed in ecstasy as a gopi. In his house, Lord Nityananda enacted the drama called Danakeli. Sri Madhav Ghosh was a principal performer of Kirtana. While he sang, Nityananda Prabhu danced. When Vasudev Ghosh described Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda while performing Kirtana, even wood and stone melt upon hearing it. Murari Chaitanya Dasera Loki Kalila Vyagra Gale Chada Mare Sarpasane Kiela. There were many extraordinary activities performed by Murari, who was a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes in his ecstasy, he would slap the cheek of a tiger, and sometimes he would play with a venomous snake. All the associates of Lord Nityananda were formerly cowherd boys in Vrajbhumi. Their symbolic representations were the horns and sticks they carried, their cowherd dress, and the peacock plumes on their heads. The physician Raghunatha, also known as Upadhyay, was so great a devotee that simply by seeing him, one would awaken his dormant love of Godhead. There was another person called Sundaranand, who is Nityanandera Sakha, who is a friend of Nityanand. And he was Lord Nityanand's most intimate servant. Lord Nityanand Prabhu perceived the life of Brij Bhumi in his company. All these names are, their stories are mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat. I'm just reading the names so that I want to enter into Madhya-lila because that is where the main thing starts. कमलकार पिप्पलई अलौकिक रीता अलौकिक प्रेम तारा भुवन विदिता. Kamalakar Pandit Pipplai is said to be the third Gopala. His behavior and love of Godhead were uncommon, and thus he is celebrated all over the world. Suryadas Sarakhela and his younger brother Krishnadas, they both had firm faith in Nityananda, and they were a reservoir of love of Godhead. Gauridas Pandit, the emblem of the most elevated devotional service in the love of Godhead, had the greatest potency to receive and deliver such love, making Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda the lords of his life. Gauridas Pandit sacrificed everything for the service of Lord Nityananda, even the fellowship of his family. Nityananda Prabhura Priya Pandita Purandara Premarnava Madhye Phire Yaichana Mandara. The 13th important devotee of Nityananda Prabhu is Pandit Purandara, who moved in the ocean of love of Godhead, just like Mandara Hill. Parmeshwar Das is said to be the fifth Gopal of Krishna-lila, completely surrendered to the lotus feet of Nityananda. Anyone who remembers his name, Parmeshwar Das, will get the love of Krishna very easily. Jagadisha Pandita Haya Jagata Pavana Krishna Premamrita Varshe Yena Varshagana. Jagdish Pandit, the 15th branch of Lord Nityananda's followers, was the deliverer of the entire world. Devotional love of Krishna showered from him like torrents of rains. Nityananda Priya Bhitya Pandita Dhananjaya Atyanta Virakta Sada Krishna Premamaya. The 16th dear servant of Nityananda Prabhu was Dhananjaya Pandit. He was very much renounced and always merged in the love of Krishna. Mahesha Pandita Vrajer Udara Gopala Dakavadya Nitya Kare Prema Matyo-yala. There was another person called Mahesha Pandit. He was the 7th of the 12 Gopals and was very liberal in great love of Krishna. He danced to the beating of kettle drums. Navadipe Purushottama Pandita Mahashaya Nityananda Nameyan Mohan Madhaya. Then there was Purushottam Pandit, who was a resident of Navadipa, and he was the 8th Gopala. He would become almost mad as soon as he heard the holy name of Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram Dasa Krishna Prema Rasa Swadi Nityananda Name Hoya Parama Unmadi. Balaram Das always tasted the nectar of love of Krishna. Upon hearing the name of Nityananda Prabhu, he would become greatly maddened. Mahabhagavata Yadhunath Kavi Chandra Yanara Ridaya Nitya Kare Rida Nityananda. There is another Mahabhagavat. His name is Yadunath Kavichandra. He was also a great devotee. Lord Nityananda Prabhu always danced inside his heart. Radhe Yandra Janma Krishna Dasa Dvijavara Sri Nityanande Rateno Parama Kinkara. The 21st devotee of Sri Nityananda in Bengal was Krishnadas Brahmana, who was the first class servant of the Lord. Then there was Kala Krishnadas. He was a 9th cowherd boy and the 22nd devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. His name was Kala Krishnadas. He was a first class Vaishnava and did not know anything beyond Nityananda Prabhu. The 23rd and the 24th prominent devotees of Nityananda Prabhu were Sadashiv Kaviraj and his son Purushottam Das, who was the 10th Gopala. From birth, Purushottam Das was merged in the service of lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and he always engaged in the childish play with Lord Shri Krishna. Tanara Putra Mahashaya Shri Kanu Thakura Yana Dehera He Krishna Premamrita Pura. Shri Kanu Thakura, a very respectable gentleman, was the son of Purushottam Das Thakur. He was such a great devotee that Lord Krishna always lived in his body. There is a story of Kanu. I'll just read that also from the purport. There are a lot of stories given in the purports, but then our main focus is on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so I'm not reading so many purports, but a few here and there, I'll just read it. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, to go to the headquarters of Kanu Thakur, one has to proceed by boat from Jikar Gacha Ghata station to the river known as Kapotakshi. So all these locations have also been given. This son, the son of Sadashiv, was Purushottam Thakur, and his name was Kanu Thakur. The descendants of Kanu Thakur know him as Nagar Purushottam. He was the cowherd boy named as Dama during Krishna-lila. It is said that after the birth of Kanu Thakur, his mother Janava died. When he was about 12 days old, Shri Nityananda Prabhu took him to his home in Khadaha, and it is ascertained that Kanu Thakur was born in Bengal, year 942 AD, 1535. It is said that he took birth on the Rath Yatra day because he was a great devotee of Lord Krishna from the very beginning of life. Sri Nityananda Prabhu gave him the name Shishu Krishnadas. When he was 5 years old, he went to Vrindavan with Janava Mata and the Goswamis. Upon seeing the ecstatic symptoms of Kanu Thakura, gave him the name Kanai Thakur. In the family of Kanu Thakur, there is a Radha Krishna deity known as Pran Vallabha. It is said that his family worshipped this deity long before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When there was a Maharashtrian invasion of Bengal, the family of Kanu Thakur was scattered, and after invasion of Hari Krishna Goswami of that family came back to their original home. Bodhakant re-established the Pran Vallabha deity. The descendants of families still engaged in the service of Pran Vallabha. Kanu Thakur was present during the Khetri Utsav, when Janava deity and Veerabhadra Goswami were also present. One of Kanu Thakur's family members, Madhvacharya, married the daughter of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who was named as Ganga Devi. Both Purushottam Thakur and Kanu Thakur had many disciples from the Brahmana families. Most of the disciple descendants of Kanu Thakur now reside in the village named Gadabeta by the river Shilavati in Midnapur district. So a lot of this, if somebody has time and if they want to go to Bengal, so around Mayapur areas, all these names, their temples are still there. And if somebody contacts the ISKCON people, they are the good guides, they'll guide you there. Mahabhagavata Shrestha Datta Udharana Sarve Bhave Seve Nityanandera Charana. Udharan Datta Thakur, the 11th among the 12 covered boys, was an exalted devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He worshipped the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda in all respects. Acharya Vaishnavananda Bhakti Adhikari Purve Nama Chilayandra Raghunatha Puri. The 27th prominent devotee of Nityananda Prabhu was Acharya Vaishwananda. He was a great personality. His former name was Raghunath Puri. Another important devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu was Vishnudas, who had two brothers, Nandan and Gangadas. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sometimes stayed at their house. Nityananda Bhritya Parma Paramananda Upadhyaya Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunogaya. Paramananda Upadhyaya was Nityananda Prabhu's great servitor. Shri Jiva Pandita glorified the qualities of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Paramananda Gupta Krishna Bhakta Mahamati Purveyan Reghore Nityanandira Vasati. The 31st devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu was Paramananda Gupta, who was greatly devoted to Lord Krishna and highly advanced in spiritual consciousness. Formerly, Nityananda Prabhu also resided at his house for some time. Then there was Narayan, Krishnadas, and Manohara. Devananda, they were all Nitai Kinkaras. They were all the servants of Lord Nityananda. Then the 36th devotee is Hoda Krishnadasa, whose life and soul was Nityananda Prabhu. He was always dedicated at the lotus feet of Nityananda, and he knew nobody else but him. Among Lord Nityananda's devotees, Nakadi was the 37th, Mukunda the 38th, Surya the 39th, Madhva the 40th, Sridhara the 41st, Ramananda the 42nd, Jagannath the 43rd, and Mahidara the 44th. Srimanta Gokula Dasa Hariharananda Sivai Nandai Avadhuta Paramananda. Srimanta was the 45th, Gokuladas the 46th, Hariharananda, Shivai, Nanda, and Avadhut Paramananda. They were the 50th. Then there was Vasanta Navani Hoda, Gopala Sanatana, Vishnai Hajara Krishna, Nanda Sulochana. There is Vasanta, Navani Hoda, Gopala, Sanatana, Vishnai Hajara, and Krishnananda. Including this, there is 57. Then the next ones were Kamsari Sena, Ramasena, Ramachandra Kaviraja, Govinda, Sriranga, Mukunda, Tina Kaviraja, including all of these, now 63. Then he goes on mentioning more. Pitambara, Madhvacharya, Dasa Damodara, Sankara, Mukunda, Jnanadasa Manohara. These were all the other devotees, including these names. It is now 70th. Then the other name of the devotees, Nartaka Gopala, Ramabhadra, Gauranga Dasa, Narsimha Chaitanya, Meena Niketana Ramadasa, including this, these are 75 devotees. Then comes Vrindavana Dasa, Narayana Nandana, Chaitanya Mangalayeno, Karila Rochana. Then comes the name of Vrindavan Das Thakur, who was also in the group of Nityananda Prabhu. He was a great devotee of Nityananda Prabhu, and Vrindavan Das Thakur is accredited to write the Chaitanya Mangala or the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Bhagavate Krishna Lila, Varnila Veda Vyasa, Chaitanya Lila Te Vyasa, Vrindavana Dasa, just like the Vedyas, just like Vedyas mentioned all Bhagwan's Leelas in his book Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, when Nityananda incarnated, the role of Vedyas was played by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Among all of these names, we have come to the end of the chapter. Today's class is a very short class. Among all of these names, he says Veerabhadra Gosai was the topmost, and his sub-branches were unlimited. Ananta Nityananda Gana Kekaru Ganana Atma Pavitrata Hetu Likhilena Katijana. He says Nityananda Prabhu has unlimited number of followers. It is difficult to count all of them and include everybody, but I have just mentioned some of them for our self-purification. All these branches, the devotees of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, being full of ripened fruits of love of Krishna, distributed these fruits to all they met, flooding them with the love of Krishna. Anargala prema sabhar cheshta anargala premadite Krishna dite dhare mahabala. All these devotees had unlimited strength to deliver unobstructed, unceasing love of Krishna. By their own strength, they could offer anyone Krishna and the love of Krishna. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has sung, Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite para, tomara shakati ache. In this song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes that a pure Vaishnava, as a proprietor of Krishna and love of Krishna, can deliver to anyone and everyone he likes. Therefore, to get Krishna and the love of Krishna, one must seek the mercy of pure devotees. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also says, Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado yasya prasadan nagati kuto api. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one is blessed by the mercy of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. By the grace of a Vaishnava or a bona fide spiritual master, one can get both the love of Krishna and Krishna himself. संक्षेपे कहिला एहि नित्यानंद गण यानारावधि न पाया सहस्रवदन. I have briefly described only some of the followers and devotees of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Even thousands of thousand-mouthed Seshnag cannot describe all these unlimited devotees. So today's class is very short. We have come to the last shloka. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yare Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadasa. With an ardent desire to serve the purpose of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Thus ends the Bhakti-Vedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-lila, 11th chapter, in the matter of expansion of Lord Nityananda. All right, so the chapter is ended. Ritu has put one question. Whose incarnation was Sri Nityananda? He was Balram's incarnation. Krishna Balram. So Balram's incarnation is Nityananda. This has been greatly discussed in the previous chapter. If you go to the part 1, it has been discussed. And he's also the incarnation of Ananta Sheshnag, on which Vishnu sleeps, the 1,000-hooded snake. So Ananta Sheshnag. So Balram and Sheshnag. All right. And one more thing, Ritu, you in the end, when the Bhagavad class ended, you had just put one comment and we had to end the class there. And you had said Dhruvji did not get the association of saints. That's why he got confused. He got deluded. No, it was not a right thing. He definitely got the association of saint. What are you saying? At the age 5, he went and he has gotten the association of the biggest guru, Narad Muni. He's a saint and he's Bhagavan and he's a representative of Bhagavan. So Dhruvji has gotten the association of Naradji. And not only that, Dhruvji's grandfather is Manu. Manu is very, very great saint. Okay. So Dhruvji was born in a family where all the saintly personalities are there. It happens. We are born in great families, but sometimes, yes, we are in the world and Maya can overpower. And at that time, you may take some wrong decisions when anger overpowers you. And he was born Kshatriya. Kshatriya, they are warriors. So their blood is warm. They're hot-blooded. So it may happen with them. It's not like that. But he knew how to control that. So that was the most important point. We all have anger. We all can behave wrongly. But if we associate with the right people, then wisdom given by them, sometimes wisdom prevails, and then we can stop those wrongdoings. So that was a lesson from Dhruv's. It was not that Dhruv didn't get association of saints. He was always in a saintly company. His mother herself, Suniti, the kind of knowledge she gave. So, and once he has seen Bhagavan, how could he be calmed down? Because Manu reminded him, you are this person. You are not the other person. Don't go the other way. All right? All right. Yeah, but that is a very wrong interpretation. So ask him, whoever person's name you have taken, text him, ask him that he saw Narad. What do you consider Narad then? Was he not saintly? What do you consider Manu? Manu is the son of Brahma. He was born in there. Now you will hear the story of Priyavrata. It will come in the next one, 5th canto. The whole family is a devotee family, but they are living in this world. They are doing the work in the world. They are kingly. So of course, sometimes you tend to do such things. Somebody may criticize Krishna also. Somebody may criticize Rama also. People do. People, there is a Jain sect in India. They criticize Krishna. They say Krishna is in hell right now. Somebody teased me like that. I was going to Srinathji Mandir. It's in Philadelphia. So I had a friend who was from this Jain, and she just wanted to, trigger me. So she's like, "Oh, our gurus say that your Krishna is in hell." And she thought I'll just go angry at her. Why are you saying this? I'm like, yeah, my Krishna is in hell. You're right. Your guru is right. She's like, how do you say that? I'm like, of course. Hell, tell me one place in all the lokas where Bhagwan is not there. And hell requires Bhagwan more than anybody else because hell is full of sinners, right? And Bhagwan is Vatsalya. He is full of love and compassion. So, of course, he has to be in hell to help deliver all those sinful devotees. His compassion will be more on them. So, yes, what you are saying is right. He's in hell. So, it is how people see from their own angle. For me, Bhagwan is everywhere. So, all of these great ones, they come from great families. Suniti reminded him when he was going for the tapasya. Suniti reminded him, see, your father Uttanpada also got this kingdom. Your grandfather also got this kingdom. Your great-grandfather also got whatever he has got. Brahmaji, till Brahmaji has gotten it from Bhagwan. You belong to that lineage. So don't forget that. And if you really want to ask anything, what Suruchi has said is right. Go and ask Bhagwan. And that's so, Mother herself is a great saint. Okay? So like that. So that explanation is wrong. You can ask them. All right. So we'll end it up here. Good discussion. And then tomorrow we'll meet with Advaita Acharya's branch. He also has many of his followers. So we'll hear that. So may all your day and night be Krishnamay, Radhamay. Jai Shri Krishna. Radhe Radhe.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.